Now that you have the job posts, we need to do one more thing, and that is understand the job description. Now, this is very important because by understanding the job description, you begin to understand the needs of your potential employer. And the better you understand these needs, the better you can present yourself. And the better you can present yourself, the better your chances of getting noticed. So to begin, we're actually going to go to Google and we're going to type in the title of the job that you want, plus top skills, plus ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter is a wonderful database that has so many job descriptions. And what they have done is for each one of these job titles, they have compiled this database, these job descriptions, and they have identified their top 10 skills for this job. Now, these might not be the exact skills that you need, but they will be a great starting point. This is going to give us a high-level map, and then we're going to see if the job posts that you have identified actually match these, or how well they match this. Now, before we carry on too far, we need to understand one thing. A lot of these job posts, these job descriptions, will list either requirements or nice to haves or preferred skills. The requirements are going to basically draw the line between whether or not you're qualified to do the job or not. Now, you don't have to meet 100% of all these requirements, but aim to have at least 75 to 80. If you don't have 75 to 80, it might become a little more difficult to make your case to make sure that you are qualified. If the employer gets a sense that you're not qualified, that will probably take you out of the running fairly quickly. So make sure you are qualified. And if there is something that does not meet the qualifications, then take some time to upskill. Take a couple of projects and make sure that you can speak to this so you can actually present yourself as a qualified candidate. Now that we have understand that, let's move on to the next section, and that is we're going to grab one of the job posts that you have, and you're actually going to read every single sentence. And on every sentence, you are going to identify and highlight the skill that they're asking for. In this example, the sentence is demonstrated a track record of building effective working relationships with leaders and cross-functional partners. Now, the skill is building effective working relationships. The rest is just context. It's fluff. So what we have to do is after we have highlighted all these skills, we simply remove the fluff. And you will see something like this. You basically have a list of skills that came directly from the job description that you were looking at. Now, you're going to combine these lists with the top 10 skills, and you're going to begin to categorize each one of these lists into the skill that it most relates with. And it will begin to look something like this. Perhaps some of these will fall into recruiting, perhaps into communication skills or collaboration. Perhaps not all of these will be listed, and only some will be included in this job description, which is totally fine. After you have categorized this, you're basically going to reorganize them, the ones that have more up top, and the ones that have nothing, just delete. And you're going to find that you're going to identify the top 5 or 6 top skills for the job description that you're looking at. Now, you're going to do this for the 3 job posts that you have found, because by doing it for those 3 job posts, you're going to start to see patterns. Perhaps there is a top 4 skills that are in all of those job descriptions and have similar language or perhaps slightly different language, but they are all present. And perhaps there is just a couple of other skills which are more tailored to specific jobs. And so that's the language, that's the skills that we need to be aware of. Now that is your homework. You're going to go through your 3 job posts that you have identified and found previously, and you're going to identify the top skills and the language for your target job.